Hoy yo estoy de fiesta. Wow, oh, oh, oh. Esta noche yo ya no te vuelvo a buscar. No sé lo que vi en tu corazón, pero te aseguro.
Welcome to another episode of Talk the Talk Spotlight on RGB. I am David Romero and I'm here with Candace M. Foxx. Welcome, thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Tell me a little bit about how long you've been bodybuilding.
I've been bodybuilding 9 going on 10 years.
Wow.
You know, and the type of bodybuilding I do is I'm a drug tested athlete.
Oh wow.
So they lie detector test me first. If I don't pass my lie detector test, then I can't compete. And then if I place, which is top 5, you know, then they automatically piss test me as soon as I get off the stage.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. I don't understand why they do it, but I didn't know they took a lie detector test. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's different federations. I've competed in the more famous NPC one, but since I became a fitness guru or whatever, I felt it wasn't fair for me to tell people how to be healthy, and I'm doing stuff that's detrimental to my health.
Yeah, gotta avoid that side of hypocrisy.
Yes,
yes. I totally understand that part. When did you first start working out?
Well, I have to admit I was like everybody else. I would just sign on for a membership, do it for 3 months, and then totally forget about it. So the first time I ever stepped into a gym, I was 17. But I never got into tip-top shape or anything like that. Like I said, it was just to get ready for spring break. And you know. But I didn't get serious until 2007, and I lost 45 pounds, and I gained all this muscle just from weight training, doing Zumba classes, and just eating clean, which means eating as natural as possible.
And your daily routines include?
Like for training, or?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if you want to start first, like what your daily routine is.
Okay.
Before like you compete or train?
Well, daily, because I have my own gym. So first off, I'm up at 4 a.m. To get ready for my clients at 5. I don't eat anything until I'm done with my morning shift, because if I was to eat at 5, my last meal would be at 2 p.m.
Oh wow.
So I fast until about 10, 11 a.m. Once I get home. Then I'll eat my breakfast. Take some time to do my online clients, because I have clients that train online as well, and then I do my weight training. Once I'm done with my weight training, it's the after post meal. I go back to my gym, train more clients at night. I also do marketing for other businesses, and right now I'm helping a candidate that's running for precinct 4 here in Hidalgo County, so I go to all these events with him. And then finally I get to sleep to get started.
Wow, just do it all over again.
Yeah, full schedule.
Like I went to a sauna, sat there for 10 minutes and left. It's, you know,
oh man.
It's not the same. But,
yeah.
It's sad. But anyway, but how do you prepare for competitions?
Well, competition, and it really depends on if I'm qualifying, or because I'm a professional bodybuilder now. I'm a pro figure, female physique competitor, so I have to get below 10% body fat to be stage ready. So depending, that could be anywhere from 12 to about 20 weeks, depending how stubborn my body is to lose the body fat. So when I first start off getting ready, I cut my caloric intake off by maybe 300 to 500 calories. I lower my carbs by 40%. Off season, I'm not doing any cardio, because off season the goal is to gain weight, you know. So yeah, bodybuilding's awesome, because you could be a little pig on one side, and then the other side you could cut down and see all your hard work. So I cut my carbs by 40%, increase my protein and fats. I start my cardio like 5 times a week, just 30 minutes, and as I keep on getting closer, the caloric restrictions get more intense, the training gets more rigorous.
And I imagine the mental preparation is rigorous as well.
At the beginning, if you're not used to it, it can really drive you bananas. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to, if you're getting ready for a show, there's no, I'm gonna take this day off and I'm gonna just, no, you gotta stick with it at least 12 weeks. So yeah, a lot of people, you know, aren't used to being so strict.
It's willpower.
But I've been doing this for 10 years, so it's pretty simple.
Yeah,
for
when
me.
you get into it, I'm sure, like, eventually, like, you already know.
Yeah, and then I start seeing all my hard work, so it inspires me more and all that stuff, so.
Any specific like supplements you take, and have they changed over the years?
Currently, right now, I'm only doing protein shakes, and if I feel like I need energy, I'll take the Bang drinks that they sell now, because they have creatine, pre-workout, and your amino acids already in it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if I don't feel tired, I'm just taking protein shakes in my off season. I like to not take any supplements during my off season because I don't want to be taking all these pills by the time I get to competition prep. So it's not until my own body refuses to lose any more fat is when I start adding fat burners and all that stuff. So I let my body naturally do it.
Your body plateaus after a while, so those supplements after a while don't work the same?
Well, if you keep taking those supplements, eventually they're not going to work the same and you're going to have to take more. And the next thing you know, it's going to be all these pills. And when I first started competing, I used to take a lot of pills and all that stuff. And it got to the point that my pills were like a big, like if I was,
you're no lady.
Like I had like if I was diabetic and heart disease and stuff. And the part that made me wake up was when I had to take my arginine pill, which is to help your vascularity. Back in those days, they were huge pills, and it got stuck. It got stuck in my C-reel sac. And there was no way I could take it out. So for 6 months, I had a pill clicking in my throat every time I would swallow.
You didn't go to the emergency room?
I went, but they told me it had to dissolve on its own. So in your esophagus, you have a little sac in there.
Oh my God.
And it lodged into that sac. So that's why I try to keep my pill intake to the minimum. It traumatized me big time.
And eventually it would dissolve?
It took 6 months. Because it was like about that big. Oh my God. And it took about 6 months for it to finally dissolve.
So walking around feeling this pill.
Clicking. Yeah, every time I swallowed.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So on your days off when you're not competing, how do you skip days on working out, or is it just a constant? It
depends. Back when I was a amateur, I would take the standard 2 days off. But if I really wanted to get my pro card, you have to do more work, because there's a certain look they want for certain divisions, and figure and female physique. We got to get pretty cut, and our legs do too. So slowly I started adding 6 days to the point where finally when I made it pro, I saw that the level was even higher expectations. So I pretty much work out every day unless I'm really tired and I feel like my body needs a day off.
But I'm still your limit.
Yeah, and I'm still working out. It's just my workouts change. Like off season, it's about hypertrophy, which is muscle gaining, and heavy lifting, which is mass loading. So deadlifts and heavy squats to build that muscle and eating lots of calories.
And there's a specific look they look for?
Yes, we have to have a V-taper look. It's kind of like you have to think of it, the body looking like an X, where it's a wide upper body, small waist, wide bottom. Okay. So if you don't have a well-established upper body, like I didn't when I first started, I had to really work on my upper body to match my legs because I was bottom dominant, meaning I had more legs and glutes than upper body. Yeah. So I had to build all this to match this.
Did they measure you a lot?
Yeah. Oh, wow. There's a look that all the judges were competitors themselves. A lot of them are pros too.
They know what to look for.
Exactly. And depending on the division, like I said, figure and female physique, they want to see cuts and striations in the quads. They want to see your glute muscle. Yeah. So you got to get pretty lean for that.
And you go up there like in a bikini.
Yes, it's kind of like a Brazilian cut, so they have to see your glute muscles. Yeah. So it's smaller than the average bikini, but it's not a thong. So
you're still up there in like your bathing suit.
Skeevies, yes, painted completely like this table.
Oh, they like a bronzer?
No, like a spray tan. Like we're spray tan, but we keep it on, and it's competition spray tan. So it's literally about the color of this wood. Wow. And then our makeup has to match, so we look like drag queens when you see us in person, but on stage the lights are so bright that it looks like we're just tanned.
You look glistening.
It looks normal on stage, but off stage everybody's like, whoa, you look kind of they freak out. Yes.
And how many awards have you won over the years?
I counted to this year, because I competed in Worlds last year, I have about 24 awards. I won the state of Texas twice. I won Texas when I used to compete at NPC 2013, and I tried for my IFBB Pro card through them. But that's basically where they gave me the ultimatum that I needed to be like them, which was doing extracurricular sports performance drugs that I wasn't willing to do, you know? So 2014, I went back with Natural Federations, got my first pro card in Austin again with the World Natural Bodybuilding Federation, the WNBF. And then a year later, I won my second pro card in figure in New York City.
Wow. So this takes you all over the place. If you were going like overseas, or it's
I'm planning on going overseas since I pretty much have won New York. I've won Massachusetts. Yeah, I've won Texas twice. I don't really compete in Texas anymore after winning it twice. Right now I'm currently top 10 in the world for female physique with the WNBF, World Natural Bodybuilding Federation, and competitors.
So all the way.
Yes.
Wow. And where can people find you? Do you people in this line of work? Do you have like an agent? Just people, how do you get a hold of you, or is it all just word of mouth?
Well, I have my own gym. It's called Fit Science LLC. I also provide online training through an app. So if you have your own gym membership, you don't have to come to my gym. I'm found on Facebook. I have a YouTube channel under my name, Candace M. Foxx. I have a blog called Fit Science LLC. I have a second blog called Foxx with 2 X's, Fitness Fanatic. But basically on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, just my name. You'll be able to find me. Can't miss it. All my pictures are
they're
all ripped and
like
and stuff. Yeah.
And aside from bodybuilding, are there any other hobbies that you into?
Well, one thing I do like is I do makeup on the side. And what got me into the makeup part, because I would do my own makeup, is my clients, when they would compete, they would pay all this money for the makeup artist to do their makeup, and their makeup looked horrible, you know?
Yeah.
So I do competition makeup for my clients. I do the spray tanning for them as well. I'm also a posing coach. I also coach pageant girls too. I made my first pageant client, we took Miss Frontetta 2018, first time competing.
Oh, wow.
My client won. Yeah.
Oh,
that was my
awesome.
first time coaching pageants, which is awesome.
Wow.
You know? I also do marketing for other businesses. Like I said, I work for a constable, candidate for Constable Precinct 4. So I do a lot of marketing stuff for other businesses and stuff.
Where is
like
your
that.
gym?
It's it's off of McCall and Cedar. It's 301 East Cedar, Suite U. It's a warehouse dungeon gym. It's not one of those luxury, girly
You don't need all
gyms.
that,
It's one of those old school Arnold Schwarzenegger dungeons. You know, I have all the equipment that you need. We provide personal training, boot camps. Like I said, I do online training, which I put videos and your meal plans online where you can just follow it on your iPad or on your phone, and if you have a membership at Gold's Gym or Crunch or whatever, you know. I'm also a certified nutritionist, so I provide meal plans, all sorts of stuff.
That part of it.
Yes.
So, and speaking of Schwarzenegger, who was your role model?
You know, surprisingly, it wasn't a bodybuilder. It's actually a tragic story. What got me into getting healthy, first off, losing the weight, was my mom was diagnosed with cancer when I was going to school at UTPA for my political science degree. I had aspirations of becoming an attorney, and that was squashed when I had to quit to take care of my mother. So knowing that it can be genetic, because it was breast cancer, I needed to do what I needed to do in order to be as healthy as possible, just in case if I'm next, I can be able to fight it off. As I lost the weight and I kept on getting, I guess, the muscularity, and I looked different from other trainers, I got more popularity when I started. That's what made me start my career in personal training at the local gyms. And eventually, my mom's sickness progressed, where she was booted off her insurance and fired from her job. So really, I opened up my gym to help her pay for her bills.
Wow.
You know, and one thing she told me before she wasn't able to speak anymore was that she did not want me to quit what I was doing, and she only got to see me compete one time. So the next show that she was supposed to come with me, she made me promise that we were going together and I wasn't going to stop what I was doing, because she was very proud of me. So it's been 6 years since she's passed, and I haven't stopped what I'm doing. So I'm hoping that she can see upstairs that I'm doing great and I'm helping a lot of people, including people that were in her situation. So.
Well, there you have it. Thank you for being here, Candace.
Yes.
Until next time, guys, thank you so much for tuning in.
Hoy yo estoy de fiesta.